Hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of DML Reborn. So it has been a little while, but we will be unlocking the Lost World today. So this is sort of like an ancient, I don't know, jungle sort of island that we've got here. So there we go, unlocked, and now we have to clear the whole island out. So some of these are like 30,000, 250,000, 100,000, some of the trees are 300,000. So it costs quite a lot considering the just straight up price of the island, but nowhere near as expensive as some of the later islands will be, of course. But of course we do also have the solo event that we're trying to get through, and it is definitely very possible to finish off the solo event with dragons of pretty much any level and a player account of any level. It just depends on how you sort of, what's the word, just sort of manage yourself, I guess you could say. Because obviously level 6 is metal only, which does put a massive disadvantage on us because our main dragon is the agave. But what I've been doing is leveling up this golden crow so that we can have 3 dragons at around about level 18 to 19. And it's helping. It is helping overall. Like, we've got Adele here who is enchanted to level 1. But we will also be training up Adele, which is going to help us do these fights. And another thing that we'll also be doing on top of training is we unlocked Gravelis, the clan dragon, recently, so we'll be using him as well, so that for the first strike that the enemies deal, we don't take any damage, which is very, very important for us to finish some of these fights, especially the boss fights. But a couple of them are still going to be kind of tricky, so we might have to use some Dragon Fury Essence. But we can't use Gravelis currently, he's still on cooldown, damn it. But obviously as we go through this I will be explaining what exactly I'm doing and sort of my reasoning behind it, because otherwise it doesn't really help you out. Like, why would I be doing a DML Reborn series unless I was actually trying to help? So this fight here, all of these dragons are energy dragons, because what they've done is they've made it metal only for these levels, but they've made all of the enemy dragons have energy, which is just fantastic. Definitely not annoying or anything like that. So, first things first, they missed, and we have put our stone shield on our coral dragon. We could either put that on our coral or our rush dragon to get the best effect out of it. And they may have used their shield, but plant is going to work really well on them because the plant's poison goes through stone shield, which is something really important to take note of. And even if the enemies have stone shield, the more important thing, along with dealing damage with poison, is also building up that Dragon Fury meter. That is the main reason why I would rather attack than use a metal element. And that's also another reason I'm not really a massive fan of the metal element overall, because every turn you use metal on yourself, it's 1 turn extra before you actually get Dragon Fury unlocked. So, you know, it sucks, but for the sake of solo events, in exactly this one, we have to use the metal element. So, you know, I really did want to have 1 dragon at a high level to get through the game, but I'm just thinking maybe we should keep a high level metal dragon just an equal level to our main one, because that would probably help us quite a lot. And for this fight here, exact same thing, we're going to go into this one with Dragon Fury, use it on the enemies, then, I don't know, we should probably still stone shield up, because there's no guarantee that we can finish this fight even now. And poison is going to ensure that this present dragon here dies, which is great. Poison onto this perfume, and another attack onto the perfume is going to ensure that she dies as well. So this fight is pretty much over. I don't know, maybe we could have done this one even without using Dragon Fury Essence, but probably just feels like that because we sort of stomped it after we took out that second dragon in the first round. But there you go, those 2 fights are over. Again, I did use Essence for that, but we were given 2 during the calendar event, I think it was, so might as well use it. You know, all that you're going to use Dragon Fury Essence for is clearing out map fights, usually boss fights, or, I don't know, just fights that are like multiple levels higher than you. So, you know, what's more important, the regular map or getting event dragons if you really like collecting? to me the collecting is more important, so that's the reason I'm going to do that. So this scrapyard reeks of rotten, and it's called Method Ned, you must become the trash heap. What? What is this dialogue? You must become the trash heap. Well, you know, that's fantastic. I'm glad you've got your own favourite hobby over there. But these fights are obviously going to be a lot easier. We don't need to use metal only, which means that a Cave Dragon is going to pretty much destroy all of these guys. Easy peasy. He's not even the enchanted one. So imagine if he was enchanted. Everything would be dying. Not enchanted, trained. That's what I meant. Of course he's enchanted. You know, don't blame me for getting my words confused. It is almost 3 AM. And, no, it's not that I couldn't sleep, it's just... I don't know, I wanted to do stuff. You didn't win, I'm just saving my best moves for my secret mission. You know, I've had enough of him. Had enough of your lies. But, yeah, like I was saying, I don't know, I just felt like uploading another video and getting some other stuff out of the way. And to do that, I would have had to stay up past 2 AM, and here we are, basically. That is the case right now. But I'm just... Realistically, these events are a pain in the neck currently, because, you know, even though I say that the events are very doable, the one thing that I always say is it depends on your schedule overall as well. And, really, I do have things to do, like outside of the game and everything like that, and usually to do that I have to be away from my house for multiple days, and if I'm away from my house for multiple days, that obviously makes doing the event on Windows impossible. And with my Android account, I'm normally a little bit lackluster, let's say, in how many times I completely deplete the item resets. You know, like how you can have 600 presents each 6 hours for a particular task. Normally on Android I end up missing out on the collect gold. I end up missing out on some of the catch creatures as well every now and then. But if you actually follow the advice that I give at the start of the event, that shouldn't be the case, because you only have to come back 2 or 3 times max in a 6-hour period to fully deplete the pool. So on mobile devices, it's super easy. The problem is when you have PC, and we have just gone up a level, which means that we got all of our portal energy back. Well then, I mean, we can get more of these fights out of the way. But, again, another thing that sometimes is really hard to do is the winning battles section of the event, because if you only have 4 to 6 energy especially, super difficult to actually fully deplete it. So, unless you had 200 portal gems stockpiled and maybe some VIP for some auto battle tickets, I feel like most people will end up not completely depleting that side of the event. And even so, you know, you don't need to fully deplete every single thing to be able to finish off these quests, or events I should say, but it depends on how many resets you've missed overall. So, don't just assume that if you're struggling that the event is impossible, air quotes. I don't want to, you know, make you think that these events are only doable by high-level players, because that's not the case at all. And, you know, I've said it before, but with other events, I've done it on my Android account before my Windows account. And this was when this account was like level 20, something like that, and I was finishing off events that I couldn't do on my PC, just because I didn't have access to my PC throughout the day. So, you know, if you're a Windows player, maybe this is like some bad news bears for you. If you're a player on iOS or Android or a Windows tablet or something like that, then, you know, take this as my warning that you probably have a massive advantage during events. And, well, that's only assuming that you can actually access the game when you're, like, outside or if you have other stuff to do. So I know that when I used to work at my old job, I did have my phone around me quite a lot, so I could still log into the game, do events while I was working, which was pretty good. And, you know, it was a good old... Don't tell my boss about that at the time. but at the end of the day, you know, it worked for me, but it doesn't work for everyone. If you're someone that ends up working a 9 to 5 job, and say, as soon as you get home, say you get home at 6, and then you have to look after the kids or something, and then you're busy until 8, these events are going to be tough. These events are going to be very tough for you in that situation, but you can still finish off events even if you miss quite a lot of resets. I know that on Android we actually got decently lucky in terms of our key drops in the chests, whereas I got very, very unlucky on Windows, which is why I'm so annoyed at this current event, because again, I have things that I need to do outside of DML, but this RNG that I'm getting is really not being kind to me. So, you know, we'll see how we do using both of our accounts anyway. But we're definitely on track to finishing the event, assuming I don't just go somewhere else for the next 3 days. But, oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's just a big struggle, basically. And then you gotta think that when this event ends, we've got clan stuff to do, which is going to give us a lot of clan points so that we can keep using our Gravelist clan dragon power. Because if you're not doing that, by the way, if you've unlocked clans and you're not a part of one, just join any clan. Join literally any clan, unlock some of the clan dragons, get as many clan points as you can. The most important thing you do is get as many clan points as you can, because you don't have to win in events to get clan points. You just do that yourself by doing your own quests every day. And you should be doing that all the time. Like, I haven't activated them here because I'm an idiot, but realistically, you should always be checking what clan quests you have available and always doing them. Because there's just no reason not to. You always get a benefit out of doing it. Again, the only reason I don't is because I'm too lazy and I have 2 accounts. You know, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm just telling you how to be as optimal as possible. You know, if I assume most people watch videos like this because they want tips on how to, you know, do things the very best way possible. And what is this about? A jolt of electricity, exactly what I need to bring my creation to life. What the heck? Is he like bringing Frankenstein back to life? Or was it Frankenstein? Was Frankenstein the actual, like, zombie thing, or was Frankenstein the creator? Because I heard that there was some sort of drama about that, or misunderstanding, and I never remember which way around it is anymore. That was very random of a segment to go on, but it's true. I genuinely don't remember. Either way, I think you know what I mean. You know, the weird cyborg thing with nuts coming out of his brain, and, like, you always assume electricity with him because he was, like, brought back to life. Yada yada yada. That's another story for another day. And in here, in this fight, we're still following the same pattern. Stone Shield as soon as it's up. Speaking of which, I should probably upgrade the Rust Dragon's Earth ability, because I've been upgrading so many other dragons' attacks, but I haven't actually upgraded the Rust Dragons. That's not good. That's not good. You know, if we've got the Academy open, we should be upgrading things all the time. We have the scrolls to do it because we do the blue map fights all the time, and we do have quite a lot of money, because considering the level of our dragons, we actually do quite a lot of fights. So, you know, we got clan quests that we need to enable. Next time we have this Rush Dragon and our Agave that should realistically be fully upgraded soon enough. So, there's just so many little mini quests and that to do. And level 23s and level 24s. Yeah, I think we could do this. We could do this. So stay away from that tower, Melvin. I don't want to fight you, but I really don't want to fight whatever creepy thing you've made. Yeah, again, he's talking about that weird thing he plans on bringing back to life. Probably a dragon. I don't know, I don't always read the dialogue, admittedly. You know, the dialogue doesn't help me in fights, so it's I don't care enough. And plus, some of the dialogue is just so incredibly random in this game. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you can see how much damage these stupid energy dragons end up doing to our team. I kind of want to attack to build up our Dragon Fury, but not healing there, Actually, even if we'd have healed, I think that coral dragon still would have died. So I think that was the better decision for us to make there. And Vengeful Sword, that is probably really good for us, actually. I'm going to Stone Shield a Rust Dragon here, so we can heal up with our Gave Dragon if we need to. I'm just going to attack again, and then... Is this going to save him? It just saves him. Oh, sweet. Sweet. We are going to die to the metal, but we do have Dragon Fury now. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. We sort of just timed our attacks between, you know, when are we going to actually get our Dragon Fury, and that is one of the most important things you can do during these fights. That's what lets us defeat dragons that are 4 or 5 levels above our team. So, I'll give you a good scolding for all the trouble you've caused me. A scolding? That doesn't sound too bad. Arya gives me those all the time. Now, that's not something to be, like, smug about. Like, I get scolded all the time. Look at me, I'm Ned. I'm Ned the DML boy. Oh, whatever. You know, I think I'm actually going insane. I bet Melvin is hiding in that abandoned inn. And wrong! Melvin is hiding in these bushes to ensure you never reach the inn. My dragons will see to that. How many dragons does this guy own? Although, you know, I say that. How many dragons do I own? I own like 70 on this account and like 316 on the other one. I really can't talk. Like, it's obvious that people can just have an endless amount of dragons at their disposal, apparently. Like, just think if every single Viking that we fought actually had, like, 400 dragons. That would be such a terrifying army. But, apparently not. Apparently that's not the case. Although, all the dragons on my account now, on this Android account, are pretty much all at level 10, is, you know, for the events we have to feed up dragons to get event currency. Pretty much every single dragon I own is like level 10 plus now, so, you know, it makes it harder to finish that one off because it means I have, oh god, I just used the wrong attack, but it means I have to get fire dragons and hatch them and then feed them up, but at the same time it's going to help us with temples quite a lot. Is, you know, you need to have dragons at a certain level to upgrade them, so I think it's going to help us a lot. Melvin's on the run, we'd better chase him to the inn and stop him escaping with his creation! Again, I wonder what this weird dragon slash contraption is going to be. We have run out of energy finally though, jeez! It takes so long to finish off all these fights when you get that reset due to the level up. And you can see we've already got quite a decent amount of XP just from those fights. That is how easy it is to level up at this stage. And we can feed him. You want me to upgrade this metal temple? We can do that. And I'm not sure why, but by clicking that, it lets me feed the golden crow again. Like, I haven't even upgraded the temple yet, but just because I've clicked the button, it lets me feed him immediately. I don't think that's intended, but it's definitely something that you can take advantage of if you, you know, you suddenly need to be able to upgrade your dragon. There you go. That's how you do it. I'm not promoting bug abuse, but it's just a thing. It's just a thing in-game, you know, don't blame me. I actually didn't mean to do it on purpose, it's just the way it turned out. But we can also get points in this event for doing arena fights, of course, and you can also get points in the events for the, like, winning battles in the dungeon. And very, very good that there's so many different outlets that you can get energy from, basically, or you can get a win from. But with dragons at my level, the arena does become very hard very, very quickly. So, you know, it's kind of scary going into the arena because a lot of these dragons will probably be a higher level than us. But every so often we do find a random person that has like level 16s and we just one-shot it and then we get a free 25. So, you know, can't complain. Can't complain. For everyone that screws us over, there's one that's really nice to us. So, it's good news. Good news overall. And we're probably going to end up building Dragon Fury before we even kill this stupid war dragon. Holy! Is it even gonna die to... It is gonna die to poison. Just making sure. Just making sure there. And poison on you, and then the double poison definitely kills this lava dragon. Sweeto! Sweeto Cheeto. And then what else do we have? We are in a position to get upgraded in our rank, and yeah. Level 25s and level 30s? Psh, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? And I have cleared out most of the island already, by the way. I know that I only just unlocked that Lost Worlds island, but I've already done quite a lot. We've just gotten another piece for the Snow Queen, because of course I wouldn't expect to have gotten the key in just our second chest. I am a little bit further ahead than this, like, currently IRL. Obviously this recording was done a little while ago today, or a couple of resets ago, so we are past our third chest, about to open our fourth chest realistically, and still no Frost Fairy. Still no Frost Fairy for us, but final thing that we should really do today, I would do the dungeon, but that takes legitimately half an hour on this account. Let's swap out all of these potions here, and we'll try and do at least one fight. I hope that we can at least get one enchantment fight out of the way. We do have these two as our only other enchantment dragons, so we'll take the melon. And if we reset, level 22 is quite high, level 24 is too high, level 23, level 23, level 16. I will take a level 16 Forden dragon as my opponent, please. You see, level 18 already. Oh, it's gonna be tough. You know, enchantment battles are very, very difficult on early level accounts, or accounts with like below level 45 dragons. I do understand how difficult these can be. And legitimately the only advice I have if you're struggling in the enchantment league with low level dragons is you need to level up your dragons. It's just as simple as that. Because even if you manage your potions correctly and you do some gimmicky stuff with your team, you're going to get beat down in ranking anyway if your dragons are at such a low level. So a lot of the time you are just better off to, you know, just not really worry about the enchantment league. See if there's a single fight you can do, get the points or the materials from that, and just wait until your dragons get a little bit higher in level. I wish there was more I could say, but there's nothing else to the enchantment league. It's just how high are your dragon's levels? If they are below a certain threshold, you're going to end up losing like 90% of the time. And let's see what we got in this fight. Level 17, but he's double enchanted. Oh, that sucks. Well, you know, why did I just enter this exact same fight again? Oh, God. I actually don't know. Why do I do this to myself? And if we keep resetting, level 22, level 27, level 25, level 24. Look, I don't have this much food yet. Why do you gotta do this? You know, level 17 is the lowest we got. I doubt that we're gonna finish it anyway, but might as well try it. Level 16 starred. We can definitely two-shot this thing, but the question is, how do we do against the rest of his team? If he has like a level 18 or 19, this is probably game over. Another level 17. Not too shabby. But I think I am going to head off after this. Obviously, I've talked an awful lot. If you do have any other questions, or you want to ask about something in particular that I've said today, drop me a comment. I'm more or less always around. If I don't respond straight away, it's probably not me ignoring you, it's probably just that I haven't seen it. So, you know, you could always re-message me the same thing again on Discord if you want to, or on Facebook, and maybe then I'll respond to you instantly. Because it only sends me like one notification per video, even if I get like 60 comments on a video, it only shows me one comment. So I have to go and look through it manually, which is really boring sometimes. But I still like to do it in case anyone does need help. Level 20! Why are you gonna cuck me like this game? No, there's no point even using a potion, I don't think. We're not gonna do this. Well, that should do me for now. It is definitely past 3 a.m. now, so I will be heading off to bed. But for now, good luck, and, like I said, let me know if you got any questions, but until next time, I will see you then.